This is exactly what I was really looking forward to, for that particular moment in time. On the 18th and the 19th of December 2021, we are going to have the full moon in the zodiac sign of Gemini. This is indeed going to be a really powerful moment in time, purely because Gemini in itself, it's a really significant sign, in particular when it comes to the actual, our own projection, our own power of manifestation, our own kind of power to achieve things, our own power when it comes to our personal projection, when it comes to quick thinking, when it comes to responding to things and situations that we wouldn't normally know how to respond to. Now the power of our subconscious mind literally takes over, and this is why Gemini is so deep. This is why the Gemini is so powerful. This is why Gemini is so different, because we are gonna be able to borrow that power from Gemini on the 18th and the 19th of December 2021. But what am I really looking forward to is not only that wonderful energy that we're going to be able to feel through the actual sign of Gemini, who is of course ruled by the planet Mercury. So it's not only about this, it's about the actual whole 2 weeks after that moment in time. You see, this is why this is so important. So it's 18th of December, 19th of December, but a couple of weeks after that moment in time, a couple of weeks later, right until the end of this month, you see, it is just going to be really powerful time, and many people are not going to even realize like how significant the actual vibration is going to be, and this in itself is going to bring us hidden opportunities. So this is something we are going to get out of this full moon in Gemini. It's the hidden opportunities on the 18th, 19th of December, right until the end of that particular month. It is going to, on one hand, really give us power to respond to things and situations in our lives that have been creating us problems for a long time, you see. And now these problems, all we need to do is just kind of like a focus, on the certain problem that have been like kind of part of our life, and ongoing problems, for example, that they would just become a really messy part of our lives, that we just didn't know kind of what to do, how to respond to that particular situation in our lives, you see, and then we just kind of tend to just leave things behind and just move on. But karmically, when something is really important, we can't just leave things, behind and just move on. It's just gonna keep on coming back and coming back and coming back until we learn our lesson. So it's karmically very important to actually, work on things and try to resolve things, as quicker as we possibly can. But sometimes, of course, in life, there is so much going on. There is so much happening, everybody's following their own individual spiritual journey. Everybody's having their own reflections in life. Everybody's having their own inspirations in life. Everybody's having different paths, that we actually focus on, as long as we give a credit to ourselves, the best that we actually always do, of course, is just by following our own intuition, because by following our own intuition, this is something that we should do. This is something that we should use, in our lives. This is something that we should follow, not anything else but our own intuition. This is very important indeed. So it's just all about the certain problem that is just going to be resolved rather nicely when it comes to this particular stage and this particular period in between the 18th and the 19th of December and the end of that month. This is something that you should just really kind of pay attention to, because it's just going to come to you, the specific part of your life that is really kind of bringing you down. And just remember, this is the pure reflection of the actual Gemini. Geminis are very powerful when they respond to the certain situations in life that other signs may find really, really difficult. Gemini kind of knows the answer, because Gemini has got this powerful ability to absorb so much around them and then just project things at exactly the perfect moment in time. So this is what I need you to pay attention to, the specific problem, something that is just kind of like bringing you down and making you feel really negative. It's just going to become the part of your reality yet again, but it's going to jump out from the past. Now, I don't want to sound like, oh my God, yeah, this is just going to be the time and I'm going to be following, I'm going to be like, focusing on my problems, focusing on darkness and negativity. No, baby, no. What I'm trying to explain to you is that we are going to be able to use the essence of the of the actual Gemini power, Gemini vibrance in particular, when it comes to dealing with problems and situations that are just suddenly, you know, in this spiritual light, it's just not going to, on one hand, even seem so heavy, even seem so difficult to start with. And many of us are going to be like, oh my God, this was so easy to resolve, you know. So it's just always to pay attention to that particular problem that is going to bounce back, but it has been the part of your life for a while. Gemini is going to bring you the opportunity to deal with this. It's going to bring you that spiritual key, you know. It's going to help you to see things with the different eyes, with the right eyes for this specific moment in time. On another hand, what else I was going to say, that it's really, really powerful when it comes to the actual Gemini. So one, it's like a big problem solver. It's going to help you to solve the specific particular problem. And what that problem is, it depends on your spiritual journey, but you will see, because that problem is just going to bounce back. It's going to require from you to work on it. So you can just kind of like really start this specific unfoldment in your, you know, in your life, you know. You can continue. It's to do with an important continuation that is just going to take place right at around the last couple of days in December 2021. So the last couple of days in December 2021 is going to reveal some kind of continuation that is going to take place, and that continuation is going to be the direct seed of everything that I've said so far. And of course I say seed because it is just it's to do with you planting something, starting something, carrying on with a specific part of your life, but also at the same time planting something very important karmically, very significant beginning indeed. And the second thing that I was going to say for you, my gorgeous people, and this is for this reading is of course for every single sign of Zodiac. What else I was going to say, it's just basically, it's about the hidden opportunity. You know, this is another thing. So it's going to bring these two wonderful things, you know, that is just going to enhance our lives when we just really need it the most. And it's happening at the end of this year, 2021. So it's absolutely perfect time indeed. So it's about the hidden opportunity. And it's about the opportunity that you maybe wouldn't even kind of find, as significant, as relevant, as important, you know. But then again, at the same time, you know, it's just to do with you, it's to do with your own spiritual karma, and it's to do with your own spirituality, and it's to do with the timing and the right time when it comes to your journey, you see, in life. So that's why you can just really literally make the most of it by just paying attention to this hidden opportunity that is actually going to come and manifest for every single sign of Zodiac. So now I'm gonna do reading, just a little reading for every single sign for 12 signs. It's going to be time stamped, of course, which means that, you know, you can simply scroll at the bottom and you can find your sign like that very easily indeed. And on another hand, you can just check within the description box, and then you can just find your sign with the actual time stamped, and then you can click on your sign that way. So you can do both ways, whichever way it's easier for you and whichever way you prefer. And I'm going to do all 12 signs of course, and I'm just going to focus briefly what hidden opportunity you will have. What hidden opportunity will your sign have in this specific period and stage, which is going to be rather highlighted in between the 18th and the 19th of December, right until the end of that month. You know, it's going to be very much so highlighted very strongly for you and for your specific situation. So this is what I want to say. So now I'm going to start with my gorgeous Aries. So what is going to be your hidden opportunity that you're going to have? This is very important, you know, because it is pretty much so to do with the part of your life that was, you know, really kind of making you feel negative, specifically over the last 10 months. Over the last 10 months, you didn't feel kind of yourself, you know, there is a specific problem and issue that was very much so affecting you. So that particular problem and issue that was affecting you, it's going to bounce back nicely, and it's going to provide you with a really important solution. So you, my gorgeous Aries, are going to have a very important solution to your problem that was bringing you down and affecting you like, oh my my Lord, like so much over the last 10 months. And the actual hidden opportunity that you are going to have is just basically the benefit. You know, there is a very important benefit that you're going to become aware of. Some kind of benefit when it comes to profit, when it comes to finances, when it comes to doing the right thing, when it comes to stepping towards the right direction. So you are pretty much so going to have a very an opportunity when it comes to finances, when it comes to your profit, when it comes to your gain, in particular when it comes to your financial gain, you know, when it comes to your improvement, you know, this is going to lead towards a very important success. And you will know that, you know, you're going to find yourself, you're going to absolutely realize that this is to do with basically finances and monetary advantage and things like that. So you just need to pay attention, you my gorgeous Aries, what this opportunity, hidden opportunity is actually going to be. And you will know that hidden opportunity is going to appear, that hidden opportunity is going to manifest when some kind of a favor comes up. It looks like someone is going to ask you a favor, or someone is going to require something from you, but you will know that this is a favor. And this is actually, you will see this as a favor, as doing a favor to someone. And this is, as soon as you become aware of the word like favor, or something comes to your mind like along those lines, you know, like favor, you will know that not long after that moment in time, you know, there will be a very important situation where you are gonna have an opportunity, you know, that you're gonna find really beneficial when it comes to your finances and things like that. So this is something that I need you to pay attention to. The next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be Taurus. My gorgeous Taurinis, you know, this is a very much so which hidden opportunity you're actually going to which hidden opportunity you're actually going to have in between the 18th and 19th of December and the end of that month. You need to pay attention to a very important message that you are going to get. Within this stage and period, you are going to have a very important message, but it's not to do with you personally. It's not to do with you individually. It's to do with you paying attention like to something, and then you're going to realize this absolutely mind-blowing message, mind-blowing realization. This is going to like really open your eyes very much so. At that moment in time when your eyes are open, and it's nothing to do with your personal situation, but you will just feel some kind of truth. You will just know something. You will be aware of something, and this is going to be pretty much so your driving point. Very important indeed. This is the time when you will know that basically a very important revelation is going to come to you. And that revelation is going to consist of two things. You're going to need to make an adjustment, a readjustment. It's to do with priorities. But on another hand, you will know as soon as you become aware of that particular message, this is going to mean to you so much, you know. You will see exactly what I mean, because it's going to make you kind of to change a certain priority and make the necessary adjustment in your life. But the bottom line is, your hidden opportunity is going to be a very much so wise investment towards your life. This is to do with a very, very wise investment that is going to be revealed to you, my gorgeous Taurinis, and it's to do with your life, okay? You will feel it very deep within, and you will know exactly what am I talking about. The next sign that I'm going to be having a special message for, it's going to be Gemini. My gorgeous Geminini, you've got a double whammy, because this is going to be specifically very powerful time when it comes to you, when it comes to the 18th of December, 19th of December, and the end of that, it's in between 18th and 19th of December, and you know, until the end of that month. This is going to be the time where you will realize that you will achieve quite a lot. And even when you feel like really low and down, and even if you feel completely negative, you're gonna find it that, you know, you're able to achieve a lot, you're able to sort out a lot, you're able to kind of resolve quite a lot, and you're gonna surprise yourself how much your energy will go. So this is an amazing time to focus, an amazing time to think, an amazing time to plan, an amazing time to just like kind of explore as much as you can, my gorgeous Geminini, and see where this is going going to take you. This is a very much so powerful time, because this vibration is something that it's really gonna awaken something within you. Something is going to be awakened within you, and something abnormal is going to become absolutely obvious. But what's abnormal is nothing to do with your life in particular, nothing to do with your life personal, but this is going to mean to you so much, because it's going to help you to redirect yourself slightly. So this is really important, a redirection. You will know that the time for redirection, it's going to manifest, it's going to start happening here, and that in itself, it's also going to require from you to pretty much so follow a very, very, very specific dream. Okay, on another hand, my gorgeous Gemini, what is this actually, which hidden opportunity this is going to bring to you? You know, you just need to pay attention to the actual very important reward you're gonna get through this. You know, it is what you need to pay attention to. It's actually you are going to become aware of the certain success, something that you have been working on, something that is going to get back to you really nicely, and this is going to be connected to the certain information, and you're going to feel really pleased with yourself, you're going to feel really happy with yourself, and that is just going to make you feel really, really good. You know, it's just going to bring very much so emotions that you didn't have within for such a long time. And I'm not saying that you were down or sad or anything, but I'm just saying that there was just so much going on around you over the last 24 months that it gave you a very little time to focus on your personal situation. And sometimes we think that we are focusing on our personal situation, but we don't understand how much our energy is actually being drained. So this is why this is so important. But what I need you to remember, my gorgeous Gemini, at a time when you become aware of the certain part of your life, the certain progress, you know, something, the certain part of your life where you've projected like lots of energy, something that you wanted to achieve. So this is going to be the moment when you're going to really feel really so happy about it. It's going to bring a really nice smile on your face. This is the time when something is just going to come to you. Very important realization, some kind of realization where you are just going to have to start preparing yourself, start changing your life slowly, because by the time the actual 2 last days of December happens, you know, you are going to become aware of this absolutely mind-blowing plan. So it's to do with an ultimate change in your life. But this is just the beginning. It's an important time to open your eyes and trust yourself as well. So it's about the actual, this opportunity that you're going to become aware of, that, you know, and it's going to be at around the time when you become really aware of the actual progress, you know, something that you've been like working in the past, you know, something that you've been putting lots of your energy towards, and there wasn't like enough outcome back. So at around that particular time, I'm saying that something is just going to come to you, some kind of idea, but you must not miss this, you see. And that's why I'm saying that this is like a hidden opportunity, because most certainly this is going to really blow up later on. This is really going to blow up, and this actual opportunity, it's going to be highlighted pretty much so over the last 2 days in December 2021, and it's to do with an ultimate change. And most certainly you must not really block yourself from moving on. You must not slow yourself, you know, you must not like kind of like slow yourself down. You know, you must basically just think very optimistically, because it's got a word ultimate change. So there is a lot going to be need to put towards this particular part of your life, and it's only the beginning, and it's all about a plan that you are going to have. But you also have to be honest with yourself, you know, because it looks like that at the same time, you know, that a certain forces, you know, outside are going to try to kind of redirect you by not even saying anything to you directly. But at the same time, you just need to remember, my gorgeous Gemini, that my advice is, you know, in this life you just have to swim against the current. You know, it is very important, you know, and that way you are holding your spiritual light. So it's going to be very interesting, you know, what this is actually going to be, because it's going to bring you an ultimate change. So this is going to be your hidden opportunity, and it's pretty much so to do with the actual something that you are very capable of, something that you like doing, something that you love expressing yourself. This is a very strong part of your life, but also previously you had a certain rewards, you know, pretty much much so connected to that particular situation, but then again, now you will just take this on the next level. So it's to do with your capability, but it's also at the same time to giving credit to yourself, to trust yourself, okay? Do not slow yourself down no matter what. The next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous Cancer. Cancerini. This is also going to be really important time when it comes to you as well. Pretty much so, you know, you need to understand that, you know, you are going to find yourself pretty much so very devoted towards the specific part of your life. You're going to have a day. So let me just go back. So it's in between the 18th and 19th of December until the end of that month. So what is going to happen within this time, within these days, in between the 18th and 19th of December and until the end of the month, all that stage, all that period is very important indeed. You're gonna find yourself like pretty much so being very re-energized by paying attention to something that means to you so much, you know, the very special part of your life that you're devoted to, and you will just want to put more energy in. And this is where the magic is gonna start happening, like literally through your own vibration. You're gonna start raising your vibration, and once you raise your vibration to this particular level, you just become such a big mama that nothing can possibly stop you. So what I want to say to you, what I want to explain to you, what hidden opportunity you are going to have, when is it going to happen? Well, it's gonna happen at the time when you're so inspired by you just putting and projecting energy towards something very specific, towards something that's so important to you, towards a very specific goal in your life. But at the same time, this is the time that, you know, not that long after that moment in time, something is going to be revealed to you, some kind of opportunity is going to come up, you know, which is just going to bring a great determination. You're going to start feeling very emotional. You're going to have a very emotional you're gonna have a deep emotional because I had a dinner before. You're gonna have a deep emotional feeling, my gorgeous Cancerini. So this is really important. So first of all, it's gonna be about you working towards the specific part of your life where you're projecting energy, you're enjoying this, you're liking this, and it's all gonna happen at a time when your energy is gonna be highly vibrational. You see, you're gonna feel a kind of very optimistic in many different ways. That is gonna make you determined like even more. And not that long after that, or at around that time, something is gonna come to you. The certain idea is gonna come to you, and that idea is just like gonna make you even more active. And this is how you will know what this is, because it's gonna keep on coming back on your mind. It's gonna be it's going to be like a strong part of your thinking process. So every time when it bounces back to you, the particular word and realization, it's going to make you feel like really good, really great. It's going to bring this deep emotional feeling. But then again, it's what you do and what the next step needs to be. So that is going to kind of like make you determined even more. So this is going to be highlighted for you to just carry on. Very important indeed, because also the last couple of days, this same, but it's just going to pretty much so going to bring you very important confirmation exactly what I'm talking about. But what you need to remember is to not to think, oh, I've got plenty of time, no, baby, no, the plenty of time is now. So this is like a little enemy when it comes to you, little spiritualitus enemitus spiritualitus enemitus, little spiritual enemy. You just must not think, oh, I've got plenty of time. I'm not saying that you're not having plenty of time, but this is the opportunity. This is the big moment. This is a big mama. This is when you need to realize to not to kind of slow yourself down. So it's something that you really need to take and just keep going and going and going. It's important not to slow yourself down by thinking that like, oh, I'll do that later on. No, baby, no, because this vibration, this energy, it's also giving you power to kind of achieve things on a much higher angle, which is on another hand only going to speed things for you up. Just pay attention to the last 2 days in December, because it's going to be pretty much so about this specific thing, about determination, initiative. It's going to bring so much strength and so much self-esteem and so much like a control over those parts of your life that you didn't have before. So even if you're not too sure what am I talking about, the last 2 days of December are going to reveal this to you. It's just something very important is going to be highlighted. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious Leo, my gorgeous Leonis, you know. You also like a basically pretty much so, you know, you are, oh my God, you know. Of course, this reading is in between the 18th and 19th of December until the end of that month. You know, first of all, you're going to have like a bit of very interesting experience, you know, very meaningful experience. But this is going to be quite good because something is going to manifest, something is going to start here, something is going to begin, and it's going to lead towards, by the time you get to the 18th and 19th of December, it around these days, you know, it's going to lead towards a very, very meaningful experience. That meaningful experience is going to remind you who you are, what your job on this earth is, what your role on this earth is. But most importantly, it's going to bring something back. It's going to help you to bring yourself back to yourself, because there is a specific part of yourself that's been missing, and now that specific part of yourself is going to come back, pop back in, and it's just going to change all the balance in the best possible way. This meaningful experience that I'm talking about, you will know what this is. It's going to, on one hand, you know, it's almost going to feel like a little bit of an adventure, but then on another hand, you know, it's just going to be connected to the certain beginning as well. This is the time when you are also like kind of going to feel a little bit of an emotional confusion, because there is going to be an element of surprise that you are going to have, my gorgeous Leones, and you're not going to be able to believe. But this is like how quickly you can do something and how quickly you can achieve something, but at the same time you have to trust yourself. So it is going to bring a little bit of an emotional confusion, but then at the same time, you know, it's all about the very kind of like powerful moment that you are going to have, because that in itself, it's at the same time also going to make you aware of the certain timing. It's not, so it's first of all going to be very meaningful experience, and then few days after that, it's not going to be that long, my gorgeous Leonis, few days after that moment in time, you are gonna start something, you are gonna begin something. It's gonna pretty much so gonna start with being something like the start, but it's only going to seem something really tiny. It's only going to seem something really little, and it's only going to seem something really insignificant, but this in itself is literally going to change your life. Spiritually, you are going to have a baby. Spiritually, I'm saying that you are going to have a baby, and this is one of the most powerful time in our lives. You know, when people have baby, this is a magical moment. This is a powerful moment. The baby is so magical and powerful. The baby changes people's lives. The baby changes people's lives. The baby is one of the most important, one of the most powerful experience every single human can have. Okay? And also, at the same time, the baby is just like in spiritual terms. It means that the baby is like something that we pressure, something very precious, you know? Something that's so important to us, something that we shower with love, and at the same time it's with us, it changes our lives. It's going to change your life, this particular thing I'm talking about, and it's also going to be keep on changing in its forms, and it's going to be keep on growing and growing and growing and growing, and it's just going to keep on making your life more and more meaningful, more and more significant. So this is how you will know when this moment is going to come up. So anything that comes to you that you can bring into your life to make your kind of current path more magical, more inspiring, more colorful, you should most certainly do it, because this is going to happen with a little cheeky bitty, and this little cheeky moment is going to be, as I said, it's not going to seem that important. It's only going to seem something really tiny. So it's really good to see what this is going to be. And the last 2 days of December are for you also going to reveal exactly what this is. The certain part of your life is going to be highlighted, so you will know what this is. You will know which path, you know, which part of your life you should pay attention to and take it on the next level. Just pay attention to the last 2 weeks in December, 2 days, sorry, the last 2 days in December, which are most certainly going to reveal to you exactly what this is. And also at the same time, it's just like really pretty much so be in tune with yourself. I mean, Gemini, full moon is going to help you this anyway, but just stay in tune with yourself by giving a credit to yourself. When something comes to you that inspires you, this is your spiritual sign that you should just go for it, my gorgeous Leon, is indeed important. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to have a special message for the full moon in Gemini, it's going to be my gorgeous Virgo. My gorgeous Virgolinic, you know, you are pretty much so gonna probably, you know, you're gonna have a little obstacle, you know, and that little obstacle that you're going to have in between the 18th and 19th of December until the end of that month, a little obstacle that you are going to have, in particular when it comes to the 18th and 19th of December, it's going to be quite highlighted. An obstacle is going to be pretty much so around you feeling unsatisfied, you having unsatisfied desires, you struggling a little bit, you know, you having a little conflict as well, you know, and that is going to make you feel like a little bit restless, and it's going to make you feel just a little bit anxious. But you know what? This is actually going to be quite good. You know why? Because this is not going to last day or two. It's not going to last longer than a day or two. It doesn't really matter. All you need to do is just avoid confrontation. You put your foot down. You stay true to yourself. But there is absolutely no point to have an argument or something like that with the people with opposed opinions, because things are going way too far now. So it doesn't really matter. So you just kind of like just go above and, you know, just use your magical flow. But the bottom line is that the time when you feel like a little bit negative, the time when you feel like, oh, you've got unsatisfied desires, you just need to understand that there is like not that long after that moment, a few days, within the next few days after that, you know, something is going to be revealed to you. Very important message is going to come. That message is going to be mind-blowing, because it's just going to really surprise you. The message that you're going to hear, it's so much to do with you. It's really to do everything with your life, but it's going to surprise you. Something that you thought, you know, it's going to be so difficult, now it's going to seem so easy. And that is just going to be the certain bridge that you need to cross in order to get where you need to get. So it's very important to say that, you know, there is an absolutely mind-blowing opportunity that you are going to have, my gorgeous Virgolinis. And this is something I need you to pay attention to, because that opportunity is just going to give you the key. It's going to give you confidence, but it's also going to give you a very, very powerful, important information, realization. You will know how to do things. You will know how to go about things in a slightly different ways. Yeah, exactly. What to avoid, what to do, what not to, or what not to do, in order to get to a very specific part of your life. You know, because that in itself, it's really pretty much so. It's gonna like really awaken you in so many different ways, and it's just really gonna inspire you, and you will want to move on. The plan that you have put on the side, my gorgeous Virgolini, the plan that you have put on the side, you will have the opportunity to really jump into it and work on it, you know, express yourself, do as much as you can. And also, my gorgeous Virgolini, you know, pay attention to the last 2 days in December, because the last 2 days in December are going to be absolutely sacred. They will bring you an important moment, you know, it's something is going to be highlighted to you, and that highlighted situation is just going to confirm everything that I said. It's going to be, you're going to have a very unusual moment, very unusual situation, like a Twilight Zone type of moment, but then again, at the same time, in that particular moment, you will recognize this. You will recognize the spiritual essence and a very strong connection with what I've just said, you know, and that in itself, it's going to bring you an absolutely mind-blowing confirmation. It's going to be absolutely mind-blowing. The confirmation is going to be so powerful, so strong, so significant that nothing is going to seem so more important than this at this moment in time. You know, it's going to be time to move on, but it's also going to be the time when you're going to need to kind of learn how to swim against the currents, you know, follow your intuition. And the more you follow your intuition, the more powerful your vibration is going to be. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Libra. My gorgeous Libra, this is your special message for the full moon in Gemini, which is going to be on the 18th and the 19th of December 2021. But the very strong and powerful time it's going to be followed, you know, over the next 2 weeks or right until the end of the December 2021. It's going to be very powerful. What you need to understand, my gorgeous Libra, what is actually going to happen to you, it's all about you are going to have a very kind of strong feeling that you want to advance your life, that you want to change your life, and maybe before you kind of maybe felt a little bit weaker. And I say weaker because without you realizing, you know, there were like a very dark shadows, you know, overtaking things around you and stealing your energy. And when your energy is stolen in this particular way, it just messes up with your way of thinking, but it also makes you feel really negative about the next step in your life, about the step ahead. I don't know how to put it, but you know what I mean. This is important. So that affected you when it comes to, and it caused a certain blockage, you know. So your blockage is going to be removed. I'm so happy for this, my gorgeous Libra. This is important because once that blockage is removed, you will step, you know, you will make a very important step towards your future, very important step towards your future planning. But also at the same time, you will change your mind a little bit. There was something in between that you will not want to do anymore. You will want to avoid and find a different way to get where you need to get. This is very important. How this is going to start, my gorgeous Libra, I need you to recognize this, you know. You in particular specifically have got also an extra day here. The 14th of December is going to be quite significant date here. 14th of December, something is going to happen here to you, and this is going to mean to you so much, okay? And this is going to bring you the certain feelings and emotions, and it's going to highlight how much you want to kind of move on with your life, because you will just feel like, oh no, if I go this way, darkness. If I go this way, it's not going to be dark. So you will just decide to go this way because you will see that there's way too much darkness on that side, so you will decide to follow the light. But the bottom line is, so the 14th of December, pay attention to what that day is going to reveal in particular, the 14th of December. On another hand, my gorgeous Libra, is just about the actual in between the 18th and the 19th of December. You know, at around these days, you need to realize, and especially on the 18th and the 19th of December onwards, you know, you will want to dive into the unknown. You will want to make the certain alteration in your life. You will want to kind of think about, suddenly you're going to feel about the actual advancement, you know, and suddenly, for the first time after a while, after a long time, suddenly you're going to have a very strong wish to kind of step towards your future, but it's the unknown. There's so much unknown going on, but you will know exactly, at least, that you are going to do the right thing because you follow your light, you follow your vibration, you follow your vibration, you follow your instincts. Please do that, because if you don't, you just throw so much away. This is what people are doing sometimes. They just throw things away. They don't give credit to themselves. Why would you just go there when you know that this doesn't make sense to go there? Go there, follow the light. Okay, this is so important. So basically what's going to happen, like when you start having these feelings, you know, towards the advancement, you're just going to have a very kind of bursts of like a very positive energy. Oh yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that, and it's going to surprise you. But most importantly, few days later, you need to understand, within the next few days, when you feel like that, like you want to step into the unknown, you want to do this change, that change, it's just going to bring you so much optimism. But it's not only about the optimism. This is your sign, this is your timestamp, your personal timestamp. A few days later, you are going to have a very, very interesting adventure, and it's going to happen at around the time when you feel very enthusiastic, and that adventure, it's going to open your eyes, you know, it's going to show you the new initiative, which is going to bring you something something new into your life, some new aspect, okay, with unlimited possibilities. And these unlimited possibilities you wouldn't even notice before. And this is the magical circle that I'm talking about, being within the this full moon in Gemini and using this powerful energy and making the most of it. You know, it's important. You as a Libra, you're very, very psychic indeed. Gemini is just gonna give you even more like force and power and confidence to have an ultimate control over your life, and that in itself is going to give you like a self-esteem where you normally don't feel like it. So this is why this is so important. But the bottom line is, my gorgeous Libra, is about the beginning of some kind of adventure, you know, that is going to bring you enthusiasm, but also it's about initiative, something new, you know, and it's going to bring you unlimited possibilities. This is very important for you to understand and not to miss out on. Do not miss out on this. And even if you're not too sure what this is, pay attention to the last 2 days in December 2021, because the last 2 days in December are going to bring you the mind-blowing, like, oh my Lord, confirmation what this is. Okay? And it's only going to push you more towards this direction. Then on another hand, it's going to highlight this particular new option, new opportunity with so many possibilities, unlimited possibilities that you will be able to be open to now. You will realize now. Before, it just wasn't the right time. Now it's going to be, okay? So now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about and having a special full moon message for the Gemini, full moon in Gemini, it's going to be on the 18th and the 19th of December. So it's for you, my gorgeous Scorpioni, what your message is actually going to be. You know, I really like this, what you need to pay attention to, because you have been waiting for this specific moment in time. At around 18th and the 19th of December, something is going to be revealed to you, and it's going to make you feel so good. It's going to make you feel so satisfied. It's going to make you feel so optimistic. It's going to put a really big smile on your face, because it's just to do with the part of your life that made you feel that you were trying to achieve, that it made you feel like a little bit like kind of negative so far, because, you know, there wasn't much unfoldment when it comes to the certain action and things like that. So now this is all going to start, this is all going to be connected to the certain unfoldment in your life. But it's to do with the part of your life that you wanted to achieve, that you wanted to happen, that you were working on, you know. And we all have this, you know, sometimes we work towards the specific parts of our lives, but we don't get enough outcome, you know, when it comes to it. So this is the specific situation that I'm talking about, because this message, it's going to mean to you so much. Okay, and this is going to happen at around the 18th and the 19th of December. So this is a pretty much so to do with your personal spiritual reward, baby. And even more so, it's going to put a big smile on your face. It's going to open your eyes. It's going to confirm something very strange and unusual for you. But then it is not going to be kind of first time that you are aware of this. It's going to even more be beneficial when it comes to you moving forward with your life. And that in itself is going to increase your capacity. It's going to increase your bravery. It's also kind of like gonna make you very much so like you want to go into action. That action mode is going to reveal a very, very important part of your life that you need to investigate. Very, very important part of your life that you need to investigate. And again, very important part of your life that you need to investigate. And you may not even realize how this is going to actually happen, but you will see something, and then you will feel a very special connection, something very warm. It's going to happen within. You're not going to be able to explain this, my gorgeous Scorpione, at all. But then again, you may not even become aware how important this is, but it's to do with a very, very powerful opportunity. By the time that the last 2 days in December comes, you know, you will see what is actually going to be revealed. The last 2 days of December 2021 are also going to bring you a mind-blowing realization. It's about what is going to be really highlighted, and the actual opportunity. And the opportunity is just literally going to be life-changing in so many different ways, but you need to understand that it's time to swim against the current a little bit, and current a little bit. So you will want to do something, but then again, you will find a certain obstacle, and that obstacle that you will find, now I need you to completely be aware of your own strength and your own power, but purely because the last 2 days in December 2021 are going to highlight the specific situation in your life. This is going to be playing an enormous role, that most certainly you should just get on with your life no matter what. Pay attention to what this opportunity is. It's just something that is pretty much so to do with what you're doing right now, but you need to bring this into your life, because it's most certainly going to change your life, and later on, you know, it's just going to grow into something really, really big. So it's pay attention to what this is. Okay. Now, the next sign that I'm going to have a special message for the full moon in Gemini, it's going to be my gorgeous Sagittarius. This is for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and it's of course in between the 18th and the 19th of December, and the end of that month, you know. So it's from the 18th of December until the end of that month. This whole stage and period, it's going to be very relevant when it comes to this, but in particular when it comes to the actual very important news that you're gonna hear, my gorgeous Sagittarini. It's going to be on in between the 18th and the 19th and the 20th of December. There is going to be very important news, okay? And at the same time, it's to do with success. It's to do with like something that you worked for. It's to do with the energy is that you used in order to kind of make something happen, make something manifest. It's like a very important part of your life. You know, this is a very important part of your life, and it's to do with things that you have been working on. Okay, but there is so many negativities going to be going on around, but not with your personal situation. I just need you to give credit to yourself. You need to give a credit to yourself. This is very important. Do not allow yourself to be swept away with so much like negativity that is probably going on around, you know, and it's nothing to do with your personal situation. This is important because you can very easily miss your opportunity, because there is a significant opportunity coming up. That opportunity is not going to be the right time to actually work on trying to make it happen, or trying to kind of achieve it, you know, within this month of December. No, baby, no, because it is going to be quite difficult time to start new projects. It's not about that. It's about thinking, it's about planning, and it's about realizing what the next step is going to be, because the last 2 days in December are going to highlight exactly what the next step in your life is going to be. But you need to give a credit to yourself. This is very important indeed. What else I was going to say, you know, so at the time when you become aware of your own success, this is going to make you feel really good. It's just remember 18th and the 19th and the 20th of December are going to reveal this. These 3 days are going to be big mamas, okay? They will reveal this, you know. It's to do with your important message, and it's also to do with the part of your life that you maybe made a certain mistake before. Karmically, you were kind of blaming yourself for something, so it took slightly longer. So now this is going to bounce back, and it's going to bring you success. This is fantastic. It's brilliant, but that's not all, baby. Like few days later, within the next few days later, there is a very important opportunity gonna come up for you in the form of an idea, but it's to do with what you are doing right now, what you're focusing on right now, what you're trying to achieve. The last 2 days of December 2021 are just going to highlight this, because you will know that this is something that you need to do. You need to give a credit to yourself, but it's also an important part of your life that you need to work on in order to move on. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be having a special full moon message, it's going to be for my gorgeous Capricorn, my gorgeous Capricornius. So basically this is for the stage and the period in between the 18th and the 19th of December, and the end of that month. So it starts from the 18th of December and it's until the end of the month. You see, it's a very powerful time, which is most certainly going to bring you an important hidden opportunity. And it's going to be hidden because it's pretty much so to do with the part of your life that you should maybe give a bit more credit to, you know, in order to achieve the maximum, you know. And that is going to be pretty much so obvious to you. Just pay attention to what is going to take place on the 18th, 19th, 20th and the 21st of December 2021, because these days are going to be absolutely so revealing, so revealing, you know. And you will see that you had a bit of a stress and overburdened feeling, and you felt really negative, you know, because it wasn't to do with your specific situation, but it's to do with so many other things that are going on. You must not let these other things to take the better of you, because it's not good to you, it's not good to anyone. You have to stay strong. You need to be powerful. You need to be aware of your own power. We as humans, we need to understand there is some devilish, you know, I said this before, there are devilish things going on out there, you know. But what you need to understand, you need to stay on top of things, you know. You need to stay true to yourself. This is very important for you to remember, because there is so much that is just going to be going on, and it's going to create confusion. And when confusion happens, we just kind of lose ourselves, because we primarily lose our way of thinking. So what I was going to say, my gorgeous Capricornians, you know, it's 18th, 19th and 20th and the 21st of December. This is the time when you will have this very kind of information, like a revelation, realization, and this is almost like going to be connected to the overburdened feeling and excessive pressures that you had, but at the same time it's just gonna bring that last little drop, you know, that is just gonna make the whole glass to spill at the end of the day. So this is really important, because why am I saying this? Those pressures that you feel, those negativities that you feel, those weird feelings that you feel, you must not let that like kind of to take the better of you. If you feel negative, low, stressed, just rise above it. This is what I do. Just ignore it. Just find something else to do. Focus your energy and attention towards things to do, you know, that makes you feel really good, that makes you feel really optimistic, and you just sail through like there is no tomorrow. Or you can also see like pay attention to like really good things in your life, things that you have done, things that you have achieved in your life, and just give a credit to yourself. And this is a good way to raise your vibration as well. But also what you need to understand, that this is actually brilliant. So when you start feeling this pressure, and the pressure that you are feeling in between 18th, 19th, 20th and 21st of December, it's also bringing you a golden answer. On one hand, they will be resolved. These problems, these pressures are going to be resolved. You're on the right track, okay? Very important. And another thing that it's actually going to happen, few days later, you will see the mind-blowing progress in your life. And it's going to remind you how important it's like to just trust yourself and follow your intuition. Because certain things are not what they seem that they are, but you know what this is. You know where you are. You know who you are. You just got you hold your light. You do not give to anyone else to dim your light. You do not let anyone else to tamper with your spirituality. This is what you need to do, my gorgeous Gemini. My gorgeous Capricornians. This is for the full moon in Gemini, so I've got like Gemini, you see in me as well at the same time. So it's Capricornians. You also need to understand, when you feel this overburdened feeling within these first few days, just remember, my gorgeous Capricornians, it's like a blessings, because it's going to be a few days later, it's going to be an absolutely mind-blowing progress that you're going to become aware of, but it's to do with your growth, it's to do with your hard work. And then at the same time, you know, you are going to have a very important opportunity, and that opportunity is just pretty much so going to come to you, and it's going to happen to you when you are pretty much so you will have a very important dealings as well, very important conversation with somebody, very important conversation. So this is when you will know that this opportunity is going to come up. By the time you come to the last 2 days in December 2021, that opportunity is going to be highlighted, but it's going to come with a little bit of negativity and a little bit of a dark obstacle, because it's going to make you feel like, oh, it's not the right time. No, baby, no. It is your life. It is your path. If you feel like something is not right, move on. If you feel like you want to do something, do it. Okay, this is very important to continue, because some kind of continuation, my gorgeous Capricornians, it's going to be more than important, and you will see exactly what I mean. The certain continuation is going to be super, super, super relevant, super important. Okay. So now the next sign that I'm going to have a special message for, the month of full moon in Gemini, it's going to be my gorgeous Aquamarine, Aquarius, and this is of course in between 18th of December. This is the full moon in Gemini. It's going to be on the 18th and 19th of December. It depends on which country you are in, but it doesn't matter. The energy is just going to be just as strong. But it's really the very powerful time of unfoldment, projection, illumination. It's gonna take from the 18th of December until the end of that month, and this is what this reading is for, my gorgeous Aquarius. And what is gonna happen to you? I'm joking. No, I'm just joking. My gorgeous Aquarius, you see, you need to pay attention to the 18th and 19th and the 20th of December to start with. Aquarius, pay attention to the 18th, 19th and the 20th of December, because it's all about the idea that you are going to have. All about the idea that you're going to have. But before you have that idea, you're just going to realize, something so important about your life. You're going to feel very optimistic. It's going to put a big smile on your face, and it's pretty much so to do with you giving credit to yourself when the credit is due. It's so important because you have been through so much. You have been through so much over the last few years. So this is why this is so important, and it's relevant when it comes to increasing your own energy, increasing your own vibration, increasing your own balance, because it helps you to keep you going at the time when things are so uncertain like now. Oh my God, come on, man. It's like there is some devilish things are going on out there, that's it's true. But you need to, sometimes it's crazy to believe, but then at the same time, you just have to remain on top of the things. I know that you're super sensitive because you're Aquamarine, so you can feel the energies like from my, oh my Lord, like so many different vibrations in a very different ways. But that's why all this was contributing towards you having so much to deal with over the last few years, really. So this is why this is going to be such an important moment in time, my gorgeous Aquamarine. You need to understand this. So it's pretty much so to do with you becoming aware of a very successful part of your life, which is going to highlight your own uniqueness. It's going to highlight your own gift. It's going to highlight things that make you feel good. It's going to highlight things that make you feel happy. It's going to highlight how powerful you are. It's going to highlight how quirky you are. It's going to highlight how strong you are. And it's going to highlight how important it is to give credit to yourself. Very important indeed. This is the time which a few days later, within the next few days later, you are going to have an idea. Very, very important idea. That idea is just basically gonna be so significant for you to work on and try to think about as much as you can throughout the month of December, because the vibration is going to be just right, and your mind is your energy, your thoughts are your energy. You will be planting things, you will be doing things, and you will be creating things all along throughout the month of December, especially from the 18th of December. So make sure that you're optimistic, make sure that you're positive, and make sure that you are focusing on the messy parts of your life as well, the things that created the spiritual knots, because you will be surprised how quickly and easily you're going to be coming up with solutions, because we are using the powerful magical energy of Gemini, which is only going to help us to open up ourselves as much as we can. By the same time, it's going to help us to absorb as much as we are able to absorb around us in the best possible way, without harming ourselves, you see. So this is important. important, very, very important idea. And that idea is just pretty much so gonna require from you to stay committed to it, you know, stay committed to it. And there are gonna be kind of like a specific things that are gonna bring a little bit of confusion in terms of how you're gonna get there. But to get there, you're not gonna get in convenient way. In conventional way, you know. It is just something that is going to require you being brave and going around things that it's expected from you. So some kind of avoiding of something is going to take place, you know, change of something, change of priority, avoiding certain things and getting to the point where you want to get. You will realize that you can get there. By the time the last 2 days of December happens, my gorgeous Aquamarini, this is absolutely going to be highlighted to you. There is going to be a very unusual, interesting and bizarre and rather strange experience that you are going to have through the actual synchronicity. And that synchronicity is going to highlight this idea that I'm talking about. And even if you forget about it, because sometimes people don't even realize how important this is. People have an idea and they just forget about it, you know. But this is just going to be something that you are most certainly, most simply, you're not going to be able to let it go, baby. So you will know it's something there for you. So very important indeed to pay attention to the last 2 days of December 2021, which are going to highlight this particular idea. And then something is going to happen, and this is going to be so personal to you. Certain feelings and emotions that you didn't have in a long time are going to rise up. So you will know, my lordy lord, this is the vibration that you want to be part of. So there is a very important plan that you're going to have. Very important, life-changing indeed. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be having a special full moon message for, it's going to be my gorgeous Pisces, my gorgeous Piscelini. So now this is a full moon message for the, and it's a full moon in Gemini, and it's going to be on the 18th and the 19th of December. It depends in which country you're in, but then again, at the same time, it doesn't really matter because the energy and vibration is going to be very strong on both on the 18th and the 19th of December. And also, even more so, this reading is not only for the 18th and the 19th of December, but it's from the 18th of December until the end of the month of December, because whole that stage and period, it's going to be super highlighted, super illuminated when it comes to something very specific that you should be paying attention to, my gorgeous Piscelinis, my gorgeous Pisces, because you know what, it is like a pretty much so what is going to happen. You're gonna hear a news, you know, pay attention to the 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd of December. There is a very important news that you are going to have, very important information. This information is going to open your eyes, but it's also going to lead you towards a certain path, because you will know how to deal with like a very annoying and very unusual and very kind of like a strange problem, you know, a certain problem. This is going to open your eyes, and it's going to give you the formula, you know, like if I can say like that, how to deal with a certain problem, what to do, how to go about it, what to avoid and what to not avoid. This is just part of the very complex situation, but most certainly it's going to open your eyes, and it's going to provide you with a very powerful path that is gonna pretty much so going to open you up in such a way where you're going to feel this very powerful vibration, where you will want to put more energy towards something very specific. So pay attention to this as well. 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd of December, you will just feel like something very specific that you want to put energy towards. It's just going to keep on coming to you, a very important part of your life, something that you want to do, something that you want to achieve. It really depends where you are at the moment, but whatever it is, just go with that flow, because it's important and it's coming from somewhere very, very sacred, very, very powerful, very, very rare, you know. And I say rare because only months of December can bring this, especially the end of December, because it brings this absolutely mind-blowing energy pool, energy shifts, which help us to reflect on things in a specific and quick and fast way. And then on another hand, we've got like a powerful energy of a Gemini, which helps helps us to absorb so much around us without even thinking too much. And then, you know, our own reflection can never be wrong, really. You know, we only reflect back what we should reflect back towards the specific parts of our lives. So this is something I need you to remember. You need to pay attention when you feel devoted. When you feel this is going to re-energize you, this is going to bring you optimism. Okay, just remember 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd of December. So it's like going to be, oh my God, it's like inspiration. I want to do this. I want to carry on with that. I want to do this. Pay attention to these ideas. They're coming from somewhere else. They're coming from somewhere sacred. It's going to give you the power and energy that you cannot possibly imagine. This is something different. We all find important energy very, very powerful at the moment, you know, like the energy that inspires us, because there is so much going on around us that is bringing us down. So we just stay on top of things by following and doing things that makes us feel good in our lives, you know, going on the next stage, going on the next step, no matter what is going on. You know, you are in control of your life. This is what you need to remember. You are the one who needs to hold your candle. I'm keep on saying this. Do not let someone else to steal your candle, because if someone else steals your candle, hasn't got anything to do with you, you're gonna lose your way. So you just keep on holding your candle and let them do whatever they want to do. You do what you want to do. You see, this is important. But when you feel this fresh energy of this devotion, well, you want to like offer more services towards the specific goal, something to do with your life. At the same time, this is your sign. This is your sign, and it's going to start within those days that I'm not going to repeat again. But this is your sign that exactly within the next 7 days, after that moment in time, after you feel this powerful vibration, because suddenly it's going to be bits and pieces. Maybe it's going to be like all few days, you know. Maybe it's just going to be like for 5 minutes you feel like this, and then after 5 minutes you're like again like, oh God, you know, I just don't know what to do. And then you feel again like, oh yeah, I want to do this. You know, just pay attention to what this is. It's important. On one hand, you should be paying attention to that part of your life. It's answering to you. Your energy, your own energy, it's creating your own path. So just go with it. This is most certainly an important flow that you should go with. But within the next 7 days, it's an idea, very important idea that is going to come to you. And this is how everything is going to start. This is how you're going to start opening up. But because of the full moon in Gemini, it's just going to really help you to tap into something very, very sacred, okay? Something very special when it comes to your life. So it's going to make you feel very active and going to make you feel very determined. And the more you put like kind of energy towards something very specific in your life, the more it's going to help you keep you going. But the bottom line is it's about the idea that you will have. At the same time, you will possess a very magnificent power when it comes to be super analytic, when it comes to being super analytic, okay? Just remember this. You will possess this wonderful power. And I'm not saying that you're not analytic always, but I'm just saying that now it's going to be something sharp, like super sharp. Now it's going to be something super clever. So this period and stage is also going to be like a crazy problem solver as well, because at the same time, you are going to help to someone else as well. That just popped out of nowhere, but you are gonna really play an absolutely mind-blowing role in somebody else's life. I'll see that you're gonna wake someone, you know, so you're gonna help to someone so much. But on another hand, so first of all, just to go back, what your hidden opportunity is going to be, it's about the idea. And I say hidden opportunity because you know what? Because sometimes, you know, this happens only like every single December, of course, as I said, because it creates this very special vibration which helps us to resolve things and problems and get to the certain kind of places like much quicker, much sooner than what we normally would, you see. So that's why I'm saying that this is a very special and sacred energy which is first of all going to bring you an idea. So it's going to start, first of all, you're projecting energy towards something specific. Within the next 7 days, it's an idea that you're going to have that is going to make you feel very determined, and it's going to make you feel very kind of like very active, but at the same time I say hidden because it's very, very easy that you can just like kind of forget about it. But not this time, my gorgeous Piscelini, because by the time you get to the last 2 days of December, it's going to bring you revelation. What you're gonna see, you will never forget. What you're gonna realize, you're never gonna be able to forget that either, but in the best possible way, because that is actually what you're going to see, what you're going to realize. It's going to open your eyes, and it's most certainly going to help you to actually make a very important decision when it comes to readjusting your life slightly. There are certain changes that are going to happen, because where you want to get, you will want to get, but there are going to be different ways around where you can get that, okay? Different way around. And also, on another hand, the last 2 days of December are not only going to bring you like a revelation, but it's also going to highlight this idea yet again that I was saying. That idea is going to be highlighted because it's just going to pop back into your mind in the last 2 days of December, and it's going to bring you hope, it's going to bring you faith, it's going to bring you inspiration in the form of a bright prospects. Okay, and these bright prospects are going to highlight this idea. And it's also going to highlight the particular parts of your life in your past that you used to feel like great, but you're not doing it. And it's going to remind you why you're not doing it, and it's all going to start making sense, because it's going to bring you satisfaction. But also there is going to be a little omen that you are going to have within the last 2 days of December. There is a bird that is going to be playing an important role, whether you're going to see the bird flying, whether you're going to see the bird walking, but whatever it happens, when you see this bird, even if you don't see the bird, it doesn't really matter, but if you see the bird, it's just an extra bonus, because it's just going to give you a chance to really just pay attention at that moment in time what was on your mind, because there is something that's going to be revealed to you as well, to not to worry about, and at the same time just to keep on following your path, because you're not far from something so important. But you just need to remember to give credit to yourself. What doesn't make sense, bye, and what makes sense, most certainly go for it. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. Happy full moon in Gemini, happy full moon in Gemini, my gorgeous people. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you all. Bye.